Hi, friends. It's me, Christiana Gaudet. It's Thursday. That means it is time for the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter Recap. Our topic this week, peace and power. So, did you get a chance to read the newsletter? If you didn't, you can find it right here on my Facebook business page or on my website, christianagaudet.com. The Tarot Topic Weekly Newsletter comes out every week on Wednesday, a new topic every week. And you can subscribe to it by going to my website, christianagaudet.com, and subscribing. So before we get started, I would love to hear if there are particular topics you would like me to cover. Coming up with a new topic every week takes some doing. If you have any good ideas now or at any time, please let me know. Let me say hi to some people here, and to those of you watching in archive, either on YouTube or here on Facebook, thank you so much for being here. Let me say hi to Zuri, Karen Winkle, Trisha, Julie, Joanne, Sabrina, Marion, Lisa, Jean, Mnuchin, Jackie, nice to see you. It was so nice to meet you in class last night. Sabrina, it was great to see you in class as well. You too, Marion. So glad that you're here today. Roxanne, congratulations on your new family member. Roxanne has a new grandchild. Margaret, nice to see you. Hey, Donna, nice to see you. All right, so here's what we do. The topic of the newsletter this week was peace and power. It came to me because I was having a conversation with someone, and she said to me that at the ocean, she felt a sense of peace and power, and that sort of stuck with me, peace and power. Those are two things that we really need to feel. We need to feel peace, and we need to feel our power. And it's so easy for people to steal those things from us, for people to steal our peace, and for people to steal our sense of power. And so I wrote about that in the newsletter, and I thought we'd do some readings about that today. Hey, Betty, nice to see you. I was glad to see you in class yesterday as well. Speaking of class, we have the whole September. Schedule coming together right now. You can find on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, Christiana Gaudet, and you look at the playlist, Live Tarot Webinars, you will see what we have scheduled for free, live, coming up in September. You will also see everything in archive. I also want to let you know we have a whole new YouTube channel celebrating StarCon, our new conference. We have a podcast coming called StarCast, and that's available wherever you get your podcasts. And the video of that will be available on our new YouTube channel. So if you have not yet gone to StarCon here on Facebook, the StarCon page, and that's StarCon with two A's, STAARCON, go there and hit like and ask to join the StarCon group. And that way you'll be in the loop for everything we have going on there. And I'm getting a lot of love. Let's do it the right way. Here we go. Okay, there we go. I'm all crooked. I'm getting a lot of love for today's fashion choice. So thank you so much, Barrett, Sabrina. I appreciate that. This is actually one of my favorite garments. So thank you so much. Okay, what is looking like a Betty? I don't know that reference. I'm assuming it's a good thing, but I'm not sure. Okay, so let me know that. Julie, talking about peace and power. Julie says, I'm struggling with just this, how to stay in my calm center and my own energy when a certain person keeps popping in and out of my life with high energy and presence and then disappearing back and forth. Sabrina says it's a good thing. I'm gonna trust you on that, my friend. Okay, Karen says today I'd like to know how I can make peace with the decision to get another muggle job as the current job ends. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, and Betty says, I hope that's a good thing because she's a Betty all the time. And Sabrina assures us it is a good thing. All right, so do as Karen and Julie did. If you have a question about peace and power, or peace or power, how to find your power, how to stay in your peace, go ahead, give me the question. I'll get to as many people as I can. Okay, so Julie, for you, this is all about your peace and power when a certain person keeps popping in and out with high energy and presence and then disappearing back and forth. Okay. Okay. And Sabrina is going to post the description of a Betty in the Global Tarot Circle Facebook group. So that is brilliant. If you want to know what a Betty is and you're not a member of Global Tarot Circle, now you have to join. Just ask to join right here on Facebook. Okay, Julie, how to stay in my calm center and my own energy when a certain person keeps popping in and out. Here's the thing, Julie. 10 of Pentacles. This person is either in or out. You cannot let this continue to happen. You cannot find your space of peace and your personal power if a person is doing this. It's not going to work. So you're going to have to take control of your environment and say you're either in or you're out. And until then, this person is going to have permission to steal your peace and your power. That's what I get. Okay, Karen, how to make peace with the decision to get another muggle job. Page of Swords, because it's clearly the right thing to do. And there is nothing that says that getting that muggle job will, how do I want to put it? The muggle job is not necessarily going to suck as much as you think it is, number one. And number two, and this is the important part, so please listen carefully, that new job is going to give you the time and the space. Give you the time and the space to develop your metaphysical job as you want to. So the new job, whether you know it or not, is going to be a stepping stone to the metaphysical job that you want in giving you that time and space. Julie says, I keep telling him, he just doesn't listen. You have to shut the door. And then he'll either listen or not, but it won't matter. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Sabrina, what can I do to keep my peace when dealing with toxic energies? Yeah, that is not easy. And the answer is, my friend, you have to pick and choose your battles. Sometimes it's just about putting up a shield. Sometimes you have to confront it head on. And it's hard to know which is which. You have to figure that out. And when you do, you'll be good. Okay. Donna, I'm almost never at peace, always questioning. And I think, honestly, that's because you have people around you that you allow to steal your peace. Yeah, the Hermit reverse. It's all about the people around you. And so until you manage that, you will not be at peace. Zuri, how can I find peace and remain calm when I'm juggling so many projects and dealing with overwhelm? Ooh, you're the second person to get this card, and I am shuffling, but it's going to be different for you. And for a while, you were talking about getting a space outside of your home to do some of what you have to do, and it may really be coming time for that, or at least time to reapportion your space. Joanne, how do I find my power with finding a new job? Ooh, strength. So there's a particular lion that you have to wrestle. And I think you have to ask yourself, what is that lion? Is there some beast within you that tells you you're not going to find a good job, or that you are not good enough for the job you want. There's something in your self-talk that is not serving you. Okay, so Amy knows what a Betty is. Okay, Kathy, this is Kathy Elaine Farney Keck. Okay, so today we are specifically doing readings on peace and power. So if you can phrase a question having to do with your peace and your power, that's what we're doing. TK, how can I find peace and remain calm about leaving the US and my relocation to India next week? Well, we're having a hard time being at peace with that too, because we are all going to miss you so much. Oh my gosh. So, it's clear to me that this is not the outcome, and I knew this is not the outcome that you wanted. But if this is what the universe has in store, then this is what you're going to deal with. And the thing is, you are still on your path. You are still ultimately going where you want to go. And in the meanwhile, you may find that a brief time in India is going to be better than you think it is. So I would say stay positive. April, how can I find and use my personal power for my healing? What a great question. And the answer is, where is your conflict coming from? Do you have conflict within yourself? Do you have conflict with other people? Are there people in conflict around you? And it may be that this is conflict about your healing and how you should heal. And you have to be in charge. You are in charge of this. So figure out where the points of conflict are and either remove yourself from them or solve the conflict, and things are going to be much, much better. Okay, Sarah Miguel, so nice to see you here. Where is my peace at, especially right now? I don't know where to turn. Yeah, well, and this is the card of not knowing where to turn, for sure. Honestly, your peace comes from claiming your own heart and your own journey. We got a lot of cards here. Your peace comes from claiming your own heart and your own journey and feeling good about yourself. There is a part of you that does not value yourself the way that you should. Okay, Jean Mnuchin, how to find peace and keep power in an interview situation with people I don't know. Six of Pentacles. Recognize what you bring to the table, your experience, your knowledge, your heart, your soul, and your talent. You're bringing something to them. Recognize that. Jackie, hey, I'm starting a new job next week, but I'm feeling flat. What is happening with my power? King of Cups. I wonder if there's something going on in your personal life that is sort of draining that power. I wonder if you're not taking care of yourself as well as you should. I'm wondering if there's something going on in your heart or in your family that is taking your power. You need to really focus in. There's nothing wrong with this job. It's going to be fine. And you'll have the energy to do it. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Hey, Cheryl Watson, nice to see you. Okay, Betty, how can I have the peace and confidence to move forward in reading for others, especially after a disastrous first reading for someone? You shared that story with us. And, let's not call it disastrous, first of all. Let's change the way we look at that. Let's not call it disastrous. Let's say that you learned a huge amount. And this is the thing, no matter what new thing we're learning or what new job we're doing, sometimes those very disastrous things, those very difficult things are actually our best teachers. You learned a huge amount from that. And what you learned was to command the reading space. Before the reading even started, you let someone else take control of the energy. I know this because you told me the story yesterday. And so what did you learn from that? You learned to stay in control. You learned how important your own power is. And so Ten of Wands. What I'm going to tell you is you have not felt peace, confidence, power. You've not felt these things in many areas of your life, not just tarot reading. So when you find it as a tarot reader, you will find it for the rest of your life. And so this is a way that being a tarot reader can be very, very healing for you. It was healing for me in the same way, I have to tell you. Okay, Pamela. In what way can I embrace my power and not feel things so personally? How can I bring peace into my healing in this area of not feeling things so directly personal and self-pressure? Okay. So the thing is, Pamela, you are in very, very heavy judgment of yourself. And because of that, I think you often think that other people are in judgment of you too, even when they're not. If you are kinder to yourself, then you will be able to imagine that other people are being kinder to you too. And when they're not, you'll recognize it's their bad, not yours. Amy, how can I use my personal power to bring about more peace? Hey, good question. Another P word comes into this, Amy, with patience. You need patience with yourself and with your situation. Be patient, and all of it will come forward. Okay. Marion, how can I find peace with my decisions to stand by the boundaries I'm putting in place? Do by saying, I said it, so it will be. If you don't like it, go. Well, you know what I'm going to say next, and I'm not going to say it. Basically, you need to recognize that this is the only way forward. You know, you are at a very specific crossroad. And either you stand by your boundaries or you let people walk all over you for the rest of your life. You tell me which it's going to be. Okay. Kathy, here we go. Kathy believes that finding a job will give her peace. Please excuse me. So, when will you find that peace, aka a job? And the answer is, honestly, I think it's sooner rather than later, and I think it's something that will use some of your creativity, actually. You may have a couple of false starts along the way, but I think it's going to happen within the next few months. Okay. Veronica, how can I find peace in my new relationship? Are you sure you can? Are you sure this relationship works? Are you trying to make peace with something that you shouldn't? I think you need to look at that. Okay, Martha. Oh, this is the question on everyone's mind. How can I find peace with people who I think are so wrong and harmful in their political views? Well, the interesting thing is those very people think you're wrong and harmful in those views. And, you know, and this is just my personal thought. And I know you and I are on the same side here. You know, we believe pretty much the same things most of the time. But, you know, no one wants to make things worse, right? Everyone believes what they believe because they think it will make things better. And we think they're horribly misguided, and they think we're horribly misguided, and it doesn't matter what side of the fence you are on, that's the way it is. So that was just my little rumination there. But let's pull a card on that. By having compassion for where they're at, by bringing compassion, you know, and you know, you are a Methodist minister, and you know that we are supposed to find love and compassion for our enemies. You know, for those who think differently than we do, we must be able to hold them in a place of compassion. And that is not easy, and we know that that's not easy, but it's necessary. Okay, Lori's just looking for peace in general. Lori, find your peace by knowing that you are loved, and knowing that you are love. Okay. So thank you so much for all the great feedback. I really appreciate it. Okay, Katie, your second question. How can I manage to find my balance in order to find peace? By trusting yourself. I think you've been questioning yourself and letting others question you more than you should. Okay, folks, that's my time. I want to thank you so much. I want to remind you that I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom. You name it, we'll do it. I've got openings even tomorrow and over the weekend. Feel free to reach out if you're watching an archive. I hope you found this interesting, and I hope you heard some things that resonated for you. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. So I'll be back with the Friday weekly wrap-up. I'll be back on Saturday with the Saturday Psychic Sampler. And now we all have to go to the Global Tarot Circle group, where Sabrina has asked Amy and anyone else who knows what a Betty is to tell us, because Betty and I are really looking forward to knowing that, both because Betty is named Betty, and me because Sabrina said I've been looking like a Betty. And so I want to know what that means. But if it's anything like Betty, I feel okay about that. And I will look forward to seeing you soon then. Thank you so much for being here.